Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirye. नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति तिष्ठति। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. By His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. We are reading from Canto 4, Chapter 7, the sacrifice performed by Dakṣa. So, we are in the section where different demigods, they are offering prayers to the Supreme Lord who has appeared in the Ashtapuja form. And it is to credit to Dakṣa that he very quickly bounced back from a catastrophe, completed his yajña. He is the Supreme Lord. Lord was happy to arrive, and thus, the Lord, darshan of the Lord benefited everyone. But the credit also goes to Dakṣa, credit also goes to Lord Śiva. So, a very amazing comeback story by Dakṣa. So, we come to text 44. Vanmayayarthamavibhadya kalevaresmyan krita mamaviti durmati uttaraisvai shipyokyasya vishayalasa atmamoham yushmat kathamritam nishevaka udavyudasya. Translation.
The Vidyadhara said, "Dear Lord, this human form of body is meant for attaining the highest perfectional objective. But impelled by your external energy, the living entity misidentifies himself with his body and with the material energy, and therefore, influenced by Maya, he wants to become happy by material enjoyment. He is misled and always attracted by temporary, illusory happiness. But your transcendental activities are so powerful that if one engages in hearing and chanting such topics, he can be delivered from illusion." Purport. The human form of life is called arthada because the body can very nicely help the embodied soul to achieve the highest perfection. Prahlad Maharaj said that even though temporary, the body can give us the highest perfectional achievement. In the process of evolution from the lower to the higher grade of living, the human form of life is a great boon. But Maya is so strong that in spite of achieving this great boon of the human form of life, we are influenced by temporary material happiness. And we forget our goal of life. We are attracted by things which will cease to exist. The beginning of such attraction is the temporary body. In this horrible condition of life, there is only one way of liberation: to engage in the activities of the transcendental chanting and hearing of the holy name of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The words Yushmat Kathamrita Nishevakaha mean those who engage in relishing the nectar of the topics of your Lordship. There are two narrative books which especially concern the words and activities of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is the instruction given by Krishna, and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is the book containing topics exclusively about Krishna and his devotees. These two books are the special nectar of the words of Krishna. For those who engage in the preaching of these two Vedic literatures, it is very easy to get out of the illusory conditional life imposed upon us by Maya. The illusion is that the conditioned soul does not try to understand his spiritual identity. He is more interested in his external body, which is only a flash and which will be finished as soon as the time is designated. The whole atmosphere will change when the living entity has to transmigrate from one body to another. Under the spell of Maya, he will again be satisfied in a different atmosphere. This spell of Maya is called as Avaratmika, Avaratmika Shakti, because it is so strong that the living entity is satisfied in any abominable condition. Even if he is born as a worm living within the intestine or abdomen in the midst of urine and stool, still he is satisfied. This is the covering influence of Maya. But the human form of life is a chance to understand. And if one misses this opportunity, he is most unfortunate. The way to get out of illusory Maya is to engage in the topics of Krishna. Lord Chaitanya advocated a process whereby everyone may remain in his present position without change, but simply hear from the proper authoritative sources about Krishna. Lord Chaitanya advised everyone to spread the word of Krishna. He advised all of you become spiritual masters. Your duty is simply to talk to whomever you meet of Krishna or of the instructions given by Krishna. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is operating for this purpose. We do not ask anyone to first change his position and then come to us. Instead, we invite everyone to come with us and simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Because we know that if one simply chants and hears the topics of Krishna, one's life will change. He will see a new light and his life will be successful. Hare Krishna.
Vidyadharas. The Vidyadharas, they began to pray. Now, the Vidyadharas are the personalities. They are superhuman, but very close to human. Right? So, Vidyadhara, Charana, Gandharva, Apsara, they are not the Devata per se. They are between Devata and Manushya. But they are superhuman beings. So, they have some cities which like fly in the sky, extremely, the melodious voice, and some other cities that they have that make them superhuman, but they are not Devata. So they are like engaged in the darbar of Indra, so on and so forth. So Gandharva is the one who can sing very well, right? Therefore, the very good singer is called as Gandharva, Bala Gandharva, so on and so forth. So now Vidyadharas, they say, this human form of body is meant for attaining the highest perfectional objective, right? So now they are very close to the human being. Therefore, one can see that their prayer is also towards attaining the higher perfection in life. While Indra, Chandra, Varuna, their prayer is about, oh my Lord, very nice, you appeared here. Other place they will pray that, my Lord, very nice, you killed this demon. This demon was always stealing our share of, the yajña. And he always deprived us. Nice, you killed him. Now we will get our share and we can do nice duty to him. This prayer is also a wonderful prayer. But this is on one level. Vis-a-vis the Vidyadhara's prayer, who are actually below the position of Devata. But the prayer of Vidyadharas is about the perfection in spiritual life. Right? And because their form is also very close to the human form, the always concern there will be attaining perfection. And that's why the human form is highly glorified, even in the heavenly planets. Later we will see in the 5th canto that Devatas, they are queuing Yoga when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, so that the process of going back to Godhead becomes very easy. So anyway, this human form of body is meant for attaining the highest perfectional objective. But impelled by your external energy, the living entity misidentifies himself with his body and with material energy. Paropi Manute is spiritual in nature. He thinks himself to be matter, made up of three modes of material nature, made up of the material energy, and therefore is always influenced by Maya. He wants to become happy by material enjoyment. Thus, he is misled and attracted by temporary, illusory happiness. Right? Illusory happiness, happiness which is coming from the gratification of senses. But your transcendental activities are so powerful that if one engages in hearing and chanting of such topics, he can be delivered from illusion. So they are stating the goal of life, they are stating the problem of life, they are stating the solution of life, all in a very beautiful verse by Vidyadharas. In the so, if you form of life is highly glorified, and this body is such prepared that it can, when utilized properly, it can help the soul achieve the highest perfectional stage. In the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj says, Asadapi kleshada asadeha. Although the body is temporary, now look at the body, and as we will be aging, of course, this will not appeal to somebody who is in 20s or even in 30s. But if you are somebody crossed 45, 40, 45, then you will realize that actually the body is designed to give pain to the living being. Asad, it is temporary. Things will start falling off. First, the hair will start going off. Then, teeth will start falling. Then the energy, there will be muscle loss. And, it is asad, temporary. And not only it is temporary, it gives great klesha also. Right? Shata Shandi Jarjara. As we become old, literally every joint will pain. Right? And that's why, there are very specific doctors for every specific organ in the body. They will treat only the left part of the brain and the right side of the particular organ. So why? Because now look at the body. The body is asad, temporary. It is klesha, designed to give klesha to the living. Same time, the body is highly like. Why so? Because it is in the human form of life one can attain the perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness. And the body is designed in such a way, achieving the great boon of the human form of life. We are influenced by the temporary material happiness and forget our real goal of life. So this is the catastrophe that is in the human form of life. And somebody may say that it is temporary, kleshada, but because it has the possibility, just like you have a Khatara vehicle. Khatara means, the vehicle is, the almost like punctured. Every part of the vehicle is making noise except the horn. Imagine a vehicle. Every part of the vehicle makes a noise except the horn. Horn is not, blowing, except everything else is blowing. But the vehicle is entering into some, there is a wonderful place. Then you will say, no problem, I'll sit in the vehicle, eventually I'll read that place. That is the human form of life. It is asad, it is kleshada, but when utilized properly, the human form of life can make us reach the highest perfectional stage. That is Krishna consciousness, back to Vaikuntha. Therefore, the human form of life is glorified everywhere. I remember, childhood, our grandmother used to sing. Everybody's grandmother used to sing this Hari part. Utha utha ho sakalika, sadha apudehita. Gela ha naradeha, tumasa kaisa bhagavanta. Right. Very beautiful song. Gela ha naradeha. Naradeha is glorified. Human form of life. And the process in Kali Yuga is extremely simple. What is the process? Process is to simply engage in the activities of transcendental chanting and hearing of the Lord's holy names and pastimes. And especially in Kali Yuga, There is a difference between other avatar and avatar of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is the difference? See, when we hear about Rama Leela, when we hear about Krishna Leela, okay, Ram Leela happened, and we are hearing about Ram Leela. So we are engaged in hearing. Krishna Leela happened, and we are hearing about Krishna Leela. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, the engagement itself is the Leela, right? That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Sankirtan Yajña. And when one chants this Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, forgets or participates in the Sankirtan Yajña, he is not only hearing about the pastimes of the Lord, he is also participating actively in the ongoing Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right. So this is the process. Prabhupada says there are two important books, Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So these are the gem literatures, two narratives, and especially activities about the Supreme Lord. Bhagavad Gita is by Krishna. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is about Krishna and the other Dashavatar. And the devotee should take the maximum advantage of this. Thus, by the process of devotional service, by the process of hearing, chanting, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Viṣṇu Smaranam, it is very easy to get out of the illusory conditioned life that is imposed by Maya on the living entity. But the illusion is very strong. What is the strength of the illusion? The strength is that the living entity becomes adjusted to whatever situation he is put into. So, living entity is actually coming from the Vaikuntha. It's coming from the place which is Satchidananda and comes to the material world. He is having so many miserable experiences in the material world. Prakriti karshati. He has to struggle very hard for the basic maintenance of the body, basic maintenance of the livelihood. And if nothing is there, sometimes people say, no, Prabhuji, because you are staying in a developing country, you have this kind of struggle. We stay in Europe and America, we don't have that kind of struggle. But even if one may not have the basic struggle, actually people are struggling there as well. What the picture of Europe and America we see is hardly top 10% of the Europe and America. 65% Americans above at age of 65, they are broke and depending on the paycheck to paycheck by government monthly pension scheme 401 and everything. So, but still, even if that misery is not there of basic maintenance, there is always the misery janma mrityu jara vyadhi. But the living entity, Atman, when he gets into the body, he just becomes adjusted. There was this classical experiment, very famous management experiment, that you take a frog and put the frog in the water. The frog will be in the water. You take the same frog, put the frog in the boiling water, and if you put the frog in the boiling water, it will immediately jump out. But if now the same frog in the normal water and slowly start heating the water, and the frog will keep adjusting. The frog will die inside. Slowly the water will become boiled water, boiling water, right? The frog will die inside by keeping adjusting, but will never come out of that water. This is the condition of living entity. Recently I'm reading another book for my personal development. I read other books. That is In Search of Meaning of Life, Viktor Frankl, where he talks about the experiences in the concentration camps and how the big people very soon became adjusted to routine of the concentration camp, which was like worse than the hellish planet. Right. Later, when we'll see the hellish planet description, people say, no, Prabhuji, all this is mythology. It's not mythology. Just read some experiences of what this Jew community suffered at the hands of the Nazis in the concentration camps, which happened just 50 years back. Some 80 years back, all this thing happened on this very earth planet. But then there he says that there are enough books which are describing about the misery. I will not be talking about the misery. I will be talking about me as a psychologist and my psychological observations of these concentration camps. There he says, people very quickly got adjusted, right? And this is the plight of the living entity. That whichever the atmosphere, Prabhupada writes, see what an amazing state. The whole atmosphere will change when the living entity has to transmigrate from one body to another. Completely changed. Right? But the living entity will get adjusted there as well. Under the spell of Maya, he will again be satisfied in that different atmosphere. This spell of Maya is so strong, the living entity is satisfied with any abominable condition, even up to what is the example of the worm in the stool or the pig which is lying in the gutter, satisfied in that condition. We have seen in the story also. So this is the problem. This is the problem of Maya. But the solution is very simple. The solution is to participate in the Hare Krishna movement. And especially in the age of Kali, it's a powerful chanting of the holy name, Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One can very easily come out of this illusion. Prabhupada says, Sthane sthita, Shruti gatan, tanvatmano. Sthane sthita, wherever you are, don't change your position unless it's extremely sinful. We don't ask people to change their position. Not that somebody is a butcher and killing animals every day. Then we change, change your job, take some another job which is not sinful like this one. But otherwise, we tell people that don't change your position. What we have to change? We have to change our engagement in Krishna consciousness. We have to change our consciousness. Prabhupada writes here. So we do not ask anyone to first change his position and then come to us. Instead, we invite everyone to come to us and simply chant the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because we know, if one simply chants and hears the topics of Krishna, one's life will change. Prabhupada had this immense faith in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Right? Sada rajastamo bhava, kamalobhadayasche, chetayetera navidam, sthitam sattve prasidati, evam prasannam. Right? So, Prabhupada wrote hardly 2 songs. Until in one song, Prabhupada literally quoted only Bhagavatam. And if you submit into that Bhagavatam verses, and that was this song, Markine Bhagavatam. So this is the faith of a devotee. And more we practice, more we preach. So this is also very important. Those 2 books are very special nectar of the words of Krishna. For those who engage in preaching of these 2 Vedic literatures, it is very easy to get out of the illusory conditional life imposed upon us by mind. Right? And therefore, Lord Krishna says, of course everybody is dear to me, but especially those who are preaching this message of Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And this is a very amazing month. See, preaching doesn't always mean that we have to sit and give Gatha. Preaching also means if we can distribute these books, if we can distribute Bhagavad Gita, if we can distribute Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, and to facilitate this distribution, ISKCON conducts this marathon, book distribution marathon in the month of Gita Jayanti. So Gita Jayanti month happens now. Next Monday will be Gita Jayanti. But one of the Mondays will be Gita Jayanti. I think 1st December is Gita Jayanti. And here we profusely distribute books. You will not believe ISKCON has distributed till now more than 500 million books. More than 55 crore books are being distributed in last 55 years. It's a humongous book distribution. And all these things that we see, the words like Guru or Karma, even yoga becoming popular, it has many, the times they have roots in Srila Prabhupada undertaking this vast book distribution program through devotees. And therefore, we have to facilitate book distribution. So this is how we become the preacher of Krishna consciousness, preacher of Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, by distributing books. If we are not able to distribute books personally, physically, welcome. What we can do is we can sponsor some books, where we collect the sponsorship from the people, subsidize the books, and give books in the villages, give books in the students in the villages, and conduct some value education program for them. But this activity of book distribution, this activity of spreading Krishna consciousness is very important. So this is the beautiful prayer by Vidyadharas. Right. So hardly 4 minutes remaining. I will take some time on book distribution. His Grace Radhesham Prabhu has a very special scheme. In case if you are in Pune, right? So, and if you happen to purchase some sets of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, then Radhesham Prabhu will personally come to your house and inaugurate Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. He will spend half an hour, 45 minutes in your house, and you can call your friends and relatives. Some of us also will come, and it is a very wonderful program. And Bhagavatam is so amazing. You know, it is recommended that one should have Bhagavatam in one's house. Bhagavad Gita generally people have. Bhagavatam is a big bulky volume. It's like a box coming in, but it's very very auspicious to have Bhagavatam. So somebody may say, "No, Prabhuji, I'm not such a avid reader. What I will do having Bhagavatam?" No. See, the very fact you are in this morning reading program means we are reading Bhagavatam. So when we are reading Bhagavatam, why not to have Bhagavatam in our house? And then, when we have it, there is always the chance of possibility of reading it. Sometimes, some children come to house, so you can always open pages of Bhagavatam. There are very wonderful pictures in every book of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And you can pictures, tell them some stories, and they will be so very wonderfully connected to our culture, Sanatan Vedic culture, through the stories. Right? People. But how can we pass on sanskar? Okay, that's some sense, right? Nowadays 4,000-5,000 rupees here and there. Nowadays, if somebody goes to hotel with relatives, the bill comes to be 5,000-6,000 rupees nowadays. Or you take one flight, and that much money is gone. We can do some austerity instead of once going to one destination by flight. I will say that one day I will go to Delhi by train instead of going by flight, and remaining money I will give as a donation for book distribution, especially spreading Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And that's wonderful, right? Somebody is not able to go 12 hours on street and distribute books. This is another way of distributing books. Facilitate those who are distributing the books, right? But this is a very amazing opportunity. Srila Prabhupada was very fond of book distribution. More we spread, there are very wonderful stories of book distribution. One day in the morning class, we will hear some book distribution stories, very, very amazing stories. How devotees, by this one service of book distribution, had amazing realizations in their lives. Devotees, we are talking about the European and American devotees who had hardly heard about Krishna, any time before. So this month is a very amazing month. This month is a marathon month. Wherever we are, please connect with your local ISKCON temple, and one can facilitate book distribution. And if you are in Pune, please connect with us. We have His Grace Udit Krishna Prabhu in the group. Prabhu, can you just write your number? Or Parijat Leela Mataji, they are in the group.
Yes, Prabhu, sure.
Yeah, and you please connect. And this is a wonderful opportunity to get such a elevated personality like His Grace Radhesham Prabhu to our house. So we can invite him. You can always, invite your friends and relatives, have a nice program, satsang in the house. He will also speak very wonderfully. There will be Bhagavatam, Arati and everything. Bhagavatam will be established in your house. And some of the devotees from this group also can join. So please take this wonderful opportunity of book distribution and let us spread the message of Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam everywhere. And more we spread this message, more we become dear to the Supreme Lord. Lord says that in Bhagavad Gita, Nacha tasmat manusyeshu kaschit me priyakrittam. There will not be a person who will be more dear to me than one who spread this message of Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam everywhere. So we will conclude here. Is there any question, comment? I'm traveling. I hope I was audible and not a lot of noise. That's why I'm not taking more verses today also. I'm able to read myself.
Yes, Prabhuji, you're audible.
Thank you. So we will conclude here and continue tomorrow. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhutta Vritti. Thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhupada.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada,
Thank you,
thank you,
Prabhupada.
Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhupada. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.